morning, darlings. We wanted to make this review / do's and don'ts video just because before we came to India we did a lot of YouTubing. We've tried to find videos that would give good advice for where we were going, and there's certain things that we couldn't find, so we're going to give you our honest and educated opinion today.
So the highlights of our trip so far was the first week we spent in Srinagar, which is in the Himalayas, and it was just absolutely beautiful.
Also, the diversity of the landscapes and the scenery that we've seen in India thus far has just been breathtaking.
Up the Himalayas as well, on this tiny little windy road on a horse. I was so scared, but actually it was one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
We witnessed the closing of the gates between Pakistan and India. The atmosphere there was undescribable. Is undescribable a word? Indescribable. The atmosphere there was absolutely indescribable.
Playing with all the puppies, cows, goats, birds, everything. There's just so much wildlife roaming the streets in India, which I find absolutely amazing.
Hey! Spending my birthday with complete strangers was an experience I didn't know I'd have.
Oh my god! Let's sing in the song!
Watching the sunrise over the Ganges, breathtaking view, cannot describe it.
Spending the longest amount of time on trains and waiting for trains. It actually has been fun.
Engaging with the locals, them inviting you into their home and even just having a cup of tea or chai or just food, anything. They're just so welcoming.
But India is no dream holiday destination. You need to be prepared. So here's a list of our do's and don'ts for while you're travelling in India.
So the first do would be to plan ahead. Make sure you do as much research as possible. We came here with a really vague idea of what we wanted to do. Jack basically drew on a map which places that we wanted to go to.
Which was a perfect plan.
Do as much research as you can. Try and book as many train tickets, hotels, everything as much as possible before you come here.
Don't let India overwhelm you. The place is so densely populated. The people here are very in your face. They always want to talk, and as much as it is quite flattering, it can be overwhelming. So just make sure you establish your space and also just be prepared for the fact that people will want to talk to you.
So do get a travel book. This beautiful lonely planet, as we've nicknamed the Bible, has literally got us out of so many sticky situations, and it's also introduced us to places that we never thought that we would go.
Don't expect miracles. India works to its own time scale. You'll be waiting for a train for up to 5 or 6 hours sometimes. The train will stop for half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, just in random places.
And they go back.
Prepare beforehand, just make sure you keep yourself entertained. A book, Game Boy, iPod.
Do take your time and explore the area that you're in. The best days that we've had is just when we've forgotten about everything, we've literally just got out of the hotel and we've just walked. Don't try and always go with the tourist route.
Don't get ripped off. Just because you're a foreigner, the locals are going to immediately see you as a walking ATM. Sorry, it's a stereotype, but it is the truth. Remember to haggle with tuk-tuk drivers, taxi drivers, maybe even hotels and meals sometimes, because they will give you a discount as long as you set your price. We learnt the hard way that the tuk-tuk drivers that we've been taking have actually been charging us extortionate prices.
Way too much.
So we spoke to a local chap in Jaipur, and he advised us that Indian locals usually spend no more than 10 to 20 rupees per kilometre when they're in a tuk-tuk. The most that even a full family in a tuk-tuk would ever pay to get anywhere would be 100 rupees. India is not as cheap as we thought it was going to be. We've set a budget at 1,000 to 2,000 rupees per day, which roughly translates to 10 to 20 pounds, which roughly translates to $15 to $25. That isn't including hotel stays.
Do prepare for what you can't get in India as well. There's a lot of things that you literally can't get. Baby wipes or even just face wipes or anything like that. Since being here, my skin has got really spotty, but there's so much dirt in the air. Even when you're driving around in a tuk-tuk, you haven't got accessibility to water, so you can't wash your hands. For touching yourself in general, you're going to end up getting. Girl-wise as well, you can't get tampons. As awful as that is, but you literally cannot find them anywhere here, so make sure you bring a supply with you. Toilet roll is hard to come by. Hand sanitizer, obviously keep that with you in as many places as possible. I know these are pretty logical, but actually you just don't think about it before you can.
Do prepare to get sick. It happened to me the moment that we landed in Delhi. All I can recommend from my personal experience is to bring a stock of the following: Buscopan, Imodium, ibuprofen. Even if you don't bring these with you, the pharmacists here are incredible. You can literally go in, say anything that's happening to you, and they will give you some brilliant tablets, and they literally cost us like 40 rupees for 8 or something stupid like that.
Don't flash your cash. You'll get many beggars coming up to you on the street in general. So as soon as they've seen you in a tuk-tuk and you've given them a couple of hundred rupees, that's it, they're hounding on you. Or they're literally, you're waiting in traffic and they are there. As much as it is charitable to give to people, just be very careful of who you're giving it to.
Do prepare to be stared at, and for everyone to want a selfie with you. We can't walk 10 minutes without having at least 5 selfies. Our cultures are, notice if there is a horn here.
Literally right.
Our cultures are extremely different. Where we come from, England, it is very rude to stare at anyone over 3 seconds. But when you're here, eyes will be on you from the moment they see you to the moment that you are out of sight. In situations like this, for as much as you can, just stare back and smile. That kind of works. Or just go to somewhere a little bit quieter.
Don't lay in. The best things actually happen at either the crack of dawn or literally at sunset. So most of the boat rides that we've ended up getting in the morning, and it's just beautiful. Things like going to the Taj Mahal, go when it opens because it's a lot quieter. Everything is just a lot quieter in the morning. So the best thing you can do is literally get up as early as possible, go out and then come back, have a siesta, and just chill out for a couple of hours in your hotel room.
And finally, do have an open mind, but couple that with trusting your gut feeling. You'll be put in situations where somebody will say, do you want to come join me for a cup of tea in my shop? Each time that's happened to us, it's felt fine, and we've had a nice experience and some really nice chats. And in other situations, for example, last night, we had 2 chaps approach us, and they were just talking, getting to know us, asking about the tattoos as normal. And they invited us to go to a wedding that was going on that evening. Trishna didn't trust her gut. Maybe we would have had a really good time, but it wasn't for us.
That is massive, it's so big! So as negative as all of this sounds, we don't intend to put you off India. India is absolutely beautiful and it has something for everyone. We just want you to learn from our mistakes and try and get the best out of your trip as possible.
Thank you for watching. We hope this has helped. Leave a comment if you have any more questions or if you've got any concerns about going to India. And finally, subscribe for regular vlog updates. Bye!